who has the most on the line as their team heads down the stretch and into the playoffs. I think an obvious one would be someone like a Don Sweeney in Boston, right? You give up 2 first-round picks, you acquire a bunch of rentals, but then I would make the argument that, you have Patrice Bergeron and David Krejci making a combined like $3 million. You'd be stupid not to spend your first-round picks on a year like this with a team that good. I think it might also be Kyle Dubas is a guy who has a case for it, Mike. And even if things don't work out for the Leafs, Dubas can at least sit there and say, hey, I went down swinging. My answer to the question would be Dubas. Do you have a different one?
Well, Dubas to me is kind of the low-hanging fruit because all year long the narrative's been like, well, if they can't get past the first round in Toronto, then Dubas is done. He's gone. He's going to lose his job. Well, if that happens, somebody's going to hire him right away. My point with the Toronto Maple Leafs is, what did Dubas not do to help that team? Like, only goaltending is about the only thing that wasn't upgraded at the deadline. And I don't think there was really anything out there to make it better. So it's kind of like the racing analogy. You run what you brung. I think Samsonov and Murray at both at times this year have shown well, but I don't think he had much choice there. I think Dubas did everything he could. Okay. If team loses out, whatever. He went down swinging, like you said. I looked at Ken Holland in Edmonton. I just can't help but think that for as close as that team's been, for the talent that they have up front, McDavid, Draisaitl, Hyman, going down the list of those players, are they there yet? And could he have done more? I love picking up Ekholm. I would have liked Ekholm in addition to Tyson Barrie, because now you're seeing Bouchard, man, he's playing some serious minutes and he's going to have to bring it, right? He had 8 minutes of power play time the other night. And I just think like Ekholm's been good in the 3 games he's been there. It's +6. The team's still allowed 10 goals in the last 2 games that they've played. So is that all in the D? I don't know. I'm just wondering if Ekholm and Bjugstad looks quite the same as a team like Boston that went out and was able to grab Bertuzzi and Orlov and Hathaway, and Toronto jumped through 3,000 salary cap hoops to make their team better, whereas Holland really didn't do a lot of that. He didn't get creative. He didn't find ways to improve that club much beyond kind of topical stuff and old school transactions. So I think he's got a little bit of a hot seat here, Tyler.